I'm coming back in.
Man, oh man, back at it again with another banger for y'all, man.
It's the season.
This is the season. They saying, shout out Jimmy High Roller, man. He said this is the wildest start to an NBA season that I've ever seen. So hey, I'm kind of interested because it is kind of crazy. It's kind of crazy.
Recent memory. Start to a season.
Start to a season. Because check it, Sacramento right now is on like a 8-game win streak.
They lost.
Oh, 7-game win
They
streak.
were though.
Utah's like first in the West.
That's crazy.
You got all these like Lakers. I can't even say Lakers. Nobody really had expectations for the Lakers. But if you look at the Western standing, it's kind of like, yo, what? But I know the last like few videos had audio issues, but it's resolved now. It's resolved now, and we're good. And I hope you enjoyed those videos, and I hope you enjoyed this one. So without further ado, how I keep forgetting this, man? How I keep forgetting? Yo, what it do? It's your boys Juice and Lou. We back here with another banger for y'all. So without further ado, let's get right into it. Come on.
And Carroll breaks the tie. Man,
Who's your MVP? Real quick.
Right now?
Yeah. I'm going Luka. Gotta be Luka. Oh,
Yeah! Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We are like 7-11, but he's hooping 31, 6 and 5.
more like most improved player. Him and Lowry gonna go.
But he's been good. That's what y'all not understanding. Shai right now, top 5 point guard right now.
100.
Only point guards I'd rather have right this season is him, Ja, Steph, and that's it.
That's it. I'd say that's it. Yeah, that's respectable.
But all jokes aside, MVP, it's either Luka or Giannis, because Giannis has a better record, or Tatum. Tatum, they're like 14 and 4
I
or
was
something.
about to say JT. I heard he's second right now.
Terrence Ross.
I'll say this again. It's our defense. We have to correct our defense.
That three. Here's Markkanen. Showtime.
There's a lot of concerned Clipper fans out there. What is the latest that you are hearing on his health?
His quickness. Stay in front of that. Well, Steve Nash was working for that, and now he's incredulous. Jacques Vaughn trying to hold him back. Steve Nash is incensed.
The NBA season just started a few weeks ago, and things are already completely out of control. And we absolutely love it. The NBA is back, and it's better than ever. Today's video is brought to you by SeatGeek. A new NBA season is upon us. Just look at it. Ain't it beautiful? And with the season underway, SeatGeek is here to get us back to the NBA season.
Word. Word.
Basketball Reference releases their preseason odds and projections. These are usually fairly accurate. Not really. And this season was no different. Basketball Reference released their preseason projections for each team, and just a few weeks into the NBA season, the league has already been flipped on its head. Preseason odds projected the Jazz to have the worst record in the NBA. They are currently the top team in the West, propelled by Jordan Clarkson and a prime Dirk Nowitzki. Lauri Markkanen. Right now, the Jazz are on pace to winning 61 games this season. Their projected win total before the season started was 24 wins. This has to be the most unexpected start to a season ever. The Jazz part ways with their 2 perennial All-Stars and still find themselves tied for the most wins in the entire league. Another completely inexplicably successful team has been the Trailblazers, who were projected to be the 10th seed in the West. But then they won, and won again, and won again, and won again, and by the grace of God, now have the 3rd best record in the West. I don't get it. but I don't care to. Go Blazers. The Clippers are mediocre.
West right now, though, like updated today, it's like the first seed and the 10th seed are all like either 2 or 3 games behind.
Yeah, everything is real tight
in the West.
It's real tight in the West.
Joker once again, thanks to literally one player in Kawhi Leonard, who has taken player empowerment to a whole nother level by just doing whatever he wants to. You ate a heavy meal this evening? Now we don't want to take any risks. Might as well sit this one out, big fella. Yay, he's back. No, he's not. One of the greatest players of all time just straight up doesn't play, and we've gotten so used to him doing this, no one even talks about it. Suit up, my guy. My fantasy team.
I was literally just about to ask you, is he the... Should we start talking about him like we talk about AD?
Oh, no, I wasn't even going to say that.
Oh.
AD,
But then again, AD is like injuries. Like, they both injured, but Kawhi, they just be sitting Kawhi. Like,
I feel like Kawhi just doesn't care about the regular season. I think that's what it really is with him. But I've been seeing people on Twitter saying that he should be probably mentioned with Grant Hill and Brandon Roy's career. The only thing with them, though, they didn't win him. Yeah. But, like, Kawhi got drafted to the Spurs. Like, he really didn't have to do much when they won. And then the only time he had a great run in Toronto, but that was like they played the bench Warriors. They had it was just Curry, Clay until game 6. Like KD was hurt, played 1 game in the series. DeMarcus Cousins wasn't himself. Like it was basically just Curry and Green healthy the whole time. And you saw what happened. They boxed and won them in the finals. Yeah. But I think with Kawhi, like they were saying, like since 2017, he's missed like 290 games since 2017.
That's actually
just kind of that was the season they were talking about when Zaza in the playoffs. Ever since that moment, they're saying he missed like 290 games.
That is crazy. You think if that never happened, he'd be one of the healthy players?
I don't think he would be load managing as much as he does now.
Okay, I can see that.
Team is in the trenches. Do something. But at least the Clippers are just mediocre, and not an absolute dumpster fire like the Warriors and Lakers. I just made a video about whether or not it was possible to buy an NBA championship, and we concluded that no, you cannot buy an NBA championship. So far this season, the Warriors are proving to be no exception to this. In fact, the Warriors are the first team in NBA history to start the season 0-6 on the road. It's getting ugly, but it's still really early in the season, so I expect this team to start figuring out things here soon as they continue to experiment with their lineups and buff out some rough edges. Now, a team that won't be doing any buffing on any edges is this rotten bunch that call themselves the Los Angeles Lakers. Between a bench that resembles your least favorite G League team, a third best offensive option in Lonnie Walker, and Anthony Davis clenching at his back every time a defender looks at him the wrong way, this team is an absolute wreck. The Lakers are currently on pace to win a whopping 16 games this season, which is so bad, it would set a new franchise record for the least amount of wins in the Lakers' 76-year existence. A team with 3 all-time great players on it, and they just can't seem to put together a win. In fact, if the Lakers' situation wasn't bad enough, even if they finish this season with the worst record in the NBA, they won't even have a shot at the first overall pick in the upcoming draft, since they included the rights to a first-round swap with the Pelicans when they traded for Anthony Davis back in 2019. The Pelicans could very well end up with a generational talent next season, gift-wrapped and hand-delivered thanks to the Lakers playing like absolute dog water. But somehow, the Lakers being an absolute circus at the moment is not nearly the biggest story in the NBA right now. Because in the East, the Nets have gone completely off the rails with one of the weirdest and dysfunctional starts to a season I've ever seen. This team has got NBA Reddit looking like the front page of TMZ. Preseason odds had the Nets as the 4th best team in the league this season and 3rd best in the East. That, my friends, has not been the case. Despite Kevin Durant trying to stay out of the drama, but subtly putting himself right in the middle of it, regardless of Kyrie Irving becoming public enemy number 1, and in the midst of Ben Simmons regressing into a poor man's Draymond Green, Steve Nash somehow took the fall for this team's shortcomings and was fired just 7 games into the season. No, it wasn't Kyrie's distracting off-court antics. It wasn't Ben Simmons refusing to do anything on the court other than being 6'10". It wasn't Sean Marks blowing up a perfectly good roster. It was all Steve Nash's fault. Meanwhile, leading the East are the Milwaukee Bucks, who have been using the league as their personal punching bag, winning 9 straight games to start the season. Preseason odds had the Bucks projected as the third best team in the NBA going into the season, and already they have exceeded those expectations. The craziest part about the Bucks' success so far this season, Chris Middleton hasn't even suited up yet. You can't get out to a much better start than the Bucks have. Except, somehow, one team has. Because preseason odds had the Cavaliers projected as the 8th best team in the East. And not only have they blown the top off of that projection, the Cavaliers have become an absolute juggernaut over the last few weeks. Right now, the Cavaliers have the highest net rating in the entire league, the highest SRS score among all teams, and the largest margin of victory. All while being led by easily the most talented and well-rounded 8-man rotation in the NBA, and a now MVP caliber star in Donovan Mitchell, who has taken a massive leap this season. The Cavaliers are the real deal. We are only 3 weeks into the season, and already these projections and expectations have completely blown up. Just a month ago, the Warriors, Clippers, and Nets were 3 of the top 5 teams favorited to win an NBA championship. Now, all 3 of these teams are fighting to just stay relevant in their conference. This season was supposed to be the year of the great tank. Just not from these teams. Teams that we all thought would be rebuilding this season were supposed to put together their best tanking job to increase their odds at the generational prospect in Victor Wembanyama. I was excited. The Jazz, Pacers, Spurs, Thunder. Where's the tanking? We've got a generational talent on the line here. Lose. I mean, some teams are starting to look like real frontrunners in the Wemby sweepstakes, but I wasn't aware that the Warriors were gunning for the kid. But it's still early in the season. Anything could happen. The Warriors could pull together and look like real contenders as the season continues. The Cavaliers and the Jazz could continue their run and solidify themselves as a real threat for a title. Who knows? The Lakers could even make the playoffs. Well, let's not get carried away here. The NBA is back, and it just keeps getting better. Hope you all enjoyed. And as always, until next time.
This is a very interesting NBA season.
Very good start.
My dark horse to make the finals in the East is the Cavs.
Yeah, gotta be.
Gotta be.
Gotta be down.
They really have potential to do it. But I also, Milwaukee has potential to win 70 games. You don't think so?
I think Boston has a better chance.
No.
They don't even have Robert Williams, and they're like 14-4.
Bucks don't got Middleton.
Yeah, but I mean the Bucks actually. I think Drew Holiday's back now, but he missed some games too.
Yeah, but this is going to be a close.
East probably better than the West now. I don't know actually.
Nah, the East is better than the West as far as teams. Yeah.
I mean, we count the Jazz and Trailblazers.
That's the thing. I don't know. I really
them
don't know.
At the top.
I mean, that alone should say that the East is better. That alone should say that. But hey, you guys let us know. You guys let us know which conference is better, East or West. And let us know if you like this video. But go ahead, hit that thumbs up, hit that subscribe button. And until the next video, comment what you guys want us to watch. But until then, it's your boys Juice and Lou, and we out of here. Peace.